Hi, Dennis. It's so nice to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm so glad to be here, Elisha.
Beautiful. And thank you for being here. Actually, appreciate it.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
Dennis. You see, I am quite excited to have you on the show today for some reasons. All right. Firstly,
Okay. Okay.
my interest in
Yes.
knowledge seeking, because I believe
Yeah.
in order to transition from a chaotic situation to that of a
Hmm.
beautiful one, I believe it takes the
Yeah.
application of knowledge, quality
Yeah.
information. And that's why you see, I noticed the books behind you on your shelf, and I love that because, yeah, I love folks who tend to seek out knowledge and understanding and these stuff. I find it really, really helpful.
Yeah.
And you see, the second reason why I'm excited to have Dennis on the show is for the sake of the listeners. You see, Dennis, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We have a lot of information flying out there, and these folks trust me for quality information. And that's why when I was going through your profile, I was excited because I believe our conversation is going to be insightful. So, for that reason, Dennis, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or professional journey. We're just so curious. We want to
Hmm.
know how you got here. Then afterwards, I've gotten some beautiful questions for you. Okay, Dennis, over to
Absolutely.
you.
Okay. So thank you so much again for having me on your journey towards your own personal development. I truly believe that we can't learn without others accompanying us on the ride to hopefully knowledge and introspection. So I just want to say again, thank you for that. And thank you guys who are listening and choosing time out of your busy schedule to learn more about not just obviously my story, but really who you want to become through the information that you receive. I have been a leadership and healing coach for about 10 years. And what that really means in a nutshell is I combine psychology with business sense to help you become the best version of you. And that sounds really great on the surface, but I'm also a recovering alcoholic. I'm a recovering survivor of rape, incest, a lot of stuff. I'm a recovering workaholic. And through all of those experiences, I realized that it wasn't really so much what happened to me, but how I interpreted those situations.
Hmm, I got that. Interpretation is so, so, so important. You know, many of us, when we are stuck in a terrible situation, many of us believe that,
Mhm.
okay, it's gone, it's over. I just can't come out of it. And it's over. And because of our interpretation of that situation, we tend to stay there and remain stuck there. So that's why I believe what you said, that the way we interpret situation matters, and I got that. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we
Mhm.
get started with the first question, Dennis?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So let us pick it from business owners. All right. So
Okay.
how can we empower business owners to heal and lead with confidence? Can you talk to us about that?
Anyone who's decided to be a business owner by default is a leader, because you've taken yourself out of the comfort zone. You're doing things that you decide your own schedule. You decide what products and services that you want to offer, as well as the people that support you on your mission. So leadership is not really the issue. The real issue is the healing part. For a lot of leaders, we became intrepid entrepreneurial not because we wanted to make a difference per se. It's because we wanted to improve all the crappy stuff that we saw. And there was no way we could do it under the umbrella of somebody else's leadership. At least that was my interpretation. I mean, this show is devised by your brainchild, nobody else's. And in order to be able to heal, you have to be able to understand, am I doing things from a place of hurt? pain, anger, resentment? Or am I doing it from a place of gratitude, love, awareness, and gratitude? If you, as a business owner, as a leader, are coming from a place of hurt and pain, maybe you'll make some money, maybe you'll reach some certain level, but there will always be a block. And the block is because you haven't released yourself from all the hurt and pain that never got resolved.
I got that. I got that. Okay. It's getting interesting. All right, so let us talk about some practical strategies for sustainable success. Can you share some with us?
Well, I want to first talk about, Leslie, what is success, right? I always hear this all the time. You see it on these TikTok reels, you see it on Instagram. So, oh, this person has have X amount of commas, or this person has a million or whatever followers. We in Western society, this culture always defines in terms of about the amount of people that we have on social media or the amount of dollars that are in the bank, right? And I was talking with my clients about one specific client about it. I said, Sean P. Diddy Combs was at one point the most influential man in R&B hip hop in our day. Not even a $50 million bond could get him out of jail. Neither his money nor his influence could get him out. So I think we need to really redefine what success is. And it's not coming necessarily from the people that we know or the money that we have in our pocketbooks. For me, success is getting up and waking up and doing the things that are inside of you with conviction and confidence and consistency. That's what success is. And it doesn't matter if you are a content creator. It doesn't matter if you're a marketer or accountant. I don't care what you do. Are you doing it with consistency? Are you doing it with integrity? Or are you doing it with honesty? That's what really matters.
I got that too. I got that. I actually wrote an article on this particular topic, success, and that part where you mentioned that, we come across those reels on TikTok, and, there are a lot of definitions of success out there, and I tell you, most of these stuffs are wrong. I was listening to someone, and they asked him, we think you're successful. And he then asked them, he said, why do you think so? He said, you've got all of those stuffs there. You have all of those riches and you're well known and all of this and etc. And he then said something as to, you think I am successful because of all of the material things that you can see and you can hear and all of those fame and all these stuffs. But I tell you, success, true success is actually way more deeper than what you think and what you say. So that particular video now made me run some research on what success mean, and my definition also came out the way yours came out. You know, I believe I believe everyone is created for a particular purpose. You mentioned conviction, what you have to do. You have to raise up and do what you've got to do with consistency. I tell you, as long as you're functioning in the area of your purpose, doing it with consistency, you're committed to it. It doesn't matter if you have all of the money in the world or not, or you have exotic vehicles or you're famous. All of these things doesn't matter. As long as you're doing what you're called to do, you're successful. So I got your point. That was a great one. We still have some questions more, Dennis. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's just talk about mindset. All right. So, what role does
Oh,
mindset play? Yeah, what role does mindset play in achieving business success, and how do you help people? Client shift their mindset.
I volunteer at a food and clothing pantry. It's a place where people, mostly immigrants, but also people who have had financial straits due to health or other issues. They come and they receive food, they receive clothing. I don't find it a win to see the same people coming year after year. And let me tell you why. We as human beings can be habitualized to whatever we tell ourselves. If we tell ourselves that we are incapable, if we tell ourselves that we aren't not deserving, unworthy, or we're dumb, we will gravitate to situations that will encourage us to stay what we tell ourselves. I see the mindset of people who have given up on themselves, that defeat. And it's like a slippery slide, Elijah. You don't just go down, you go down with a thud and you stay there. It's like almost like the slope was completely greased. And in order for them to get up, they have to have the resolve and the conviction and the consistency to keep coming up and ignoring all the people on the bottom. So how does this translate to leaders? Great question. If you are around people that are telling you that you have to do things that are suspect or not becoming of what you believe you should do, if you have people around you who are not encouraging you to try harder, to do better, to not engage in certain practices that are really undesirable, to say the least, you will stay down on that slope forever. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happened over months and years. And if you want to be a leader that succeeds, you're going to have to be extremely, extremely conscious about what you're consuming and who you're around. Mindset is about influence. Stephen Covey, he came up with the book, 7 Characters of Highly Effective People. And what was always missing, I don't think people talk about it enough, is he talked about the circle of control versus circle of influence. Everybody is so caught up angry about the things that they can influence other people, their opinions, their thoughts, and not what they can control, their perception, their consistency, their gratitude, their awareness. I didn't say self-awareness. I said awareness of what they have and what they could do. So mindset's all about mastering what you can control and just being aware of what you can influence.
I got that. And your circle is very, very important. Very, very important. And I remember the story in the Bible. You know, Peter and Judas, in my opinion, they committed the same sin. Peter denied Jesus. He betrayed him. He betrayed Jesus' trust in him. And Judas also did the same thing. I'm trying to buttress the part where you mentioned about circle now. I believe the company that Peter kept played a vital role in his healthy relationship with Jesus on the short run. The folks must have advised him and tell him what you did ain't right, and you have to make things right, you know. And the one with Judas might have left him for condemnation, you know. Hey man, just take 30 pieces of silver and go enjoy yourself. It doesn't matter what you did, you know. And I think because of the circle he was in, he might have probably felt like there is no reason to leave and he's done something bad and he committed suicide. So your circle actually plays an important role in how your mindset is being, in how your mindset manifests and your life in total. I got that. So Dennis, to bring this to an end, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those who would like to reach out to you, learn more about what you're doing, you know, you've said some amazing stuff and it resonated. They would love to learn more. How can that be possible?
It's always a matter of choice. you have the choice on how you see things. It could be full of abundance, full of possibilities, creativity, or it could be full of despair and hopelessness and pity. How you view the container of your life is a matter of perspective. And those who see it as full will receive abundance and refreshment. And the best place for people to learn more about me is my website, deniseglee.com. Literally just take away all the spaces, take my whole name, come and add .com. I write extensively about these issues, so you can be able to learn more about the things I talk about.
Beautiful. So that's going to be the end of the show, Dennis. Thank you so very much for blessing our ears and our minds and opening our eyes to these amazing stuff. Thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Blessings. Thank you.